Oh, that's fine. Are you recording?
I'm recording.
Oh, yeah. I'd like to thank the Academy, Professor Stafford. I'd like to thank Lincoln Clausen. I'd like to thank Rachel Winkler. Huge shout out to Rachel Winkler, who helped me carry this from Union, New Hampshire into a U-Haul. Yeah. We did it.
We're sailing.
We have a beautifully restored 1975 Alcourt Sunfish that was going to go in the garbage, and we fixed it up, and now we are sailing it in a nice little beautiful little regatta.
Beauty. Absolute beauty.
Hello everyone. This is a quick video about how I turned this hull, which I got for free off of Facebook Marketplace, and was obviously not in too good condition, into this fine masterpiece that I can now sail for relatively little money. I got the two hulls for free at the beginning of this summer, and the whole summer I've been working on them. They'd been left by the previous owner, or the previous owner, like on the side of a dock, and one was pretty badly bashed up. The other, the gudgeon, the attachment area was a little bit iffy looking, and there was also one like breakthrough hole on the I don't know, the chine, is that the right word for that? I don't know. But I started off work on the less damage to the two hulls, because although the top side of hull 2 is extremely clean right now, the bottom is really bad. There's like this huge, somebody tried to repair it before, and it looks like they didn't ferret out at all after doing the repair. And also it looks like they used latex paint, because there's some interesting patch colors on the boat. But for both of the hulls, basically I just started with cleaning them, because I wanted to make sure that if there were any cracks, I could actually see them, versus just trying to clean off a single area and then some other patches being hidden by dirt and I don't realize. So full scrub down on both of the hulls to get a better look at them. I made these crappy stands from some scrap wood I had lying around so that I could not have to bend over, and also keep them off the ground, away from dirt and stuff. Most everything just came up pretty easy. I wish I had a pressure washer, but drill with a little chuck-in brush worked just fine for these. After I got them clean, I decided that I was only going to work on hull 1, just because of how much better, its condition was. But I needed to do a structural repair for the area where the gudgeon is attached, because the previous owner, or I don't know who did it, they used some like metal wire cloth and like Bondo or something. Their repair was very easy to remove, so I'm glad that I didn't keep it on there, because that would have basically just fallen off after sitting in the water. Sanded it down. We found this nice happy guy in there. Kept sanding down until I had bare glass that I could actually, get layers of fiber onto. The other hole, I also sanded down until I could, verify that there weren't any other cracks that were going to cause problems. And then I cut up glass, mixed some urethane, and patched them over. I had to rip the, the trim off of the transom so that I could actually get to it, and then also, hacksaw the extra glass off to make it flush once I was done. Once the two glass repairs were done, I got onto sanding the entire hull, because I wanted to re-gel coat it. It wasn't really necessary, but I'm glad it did, because it looks wicked nice. I did not know about tipping gel coat, so I only rolled it on. I did not tip it, and it has this funny little wavy look to it, but that's okay, because, it used to look like this, and now it looks like that, so I'm happy with that. Once gel coat was done, I had to move a bunch of hardware around, and then I also had to install inspection ports. I didn't have to, but I wanted to, just to make sure I could get this boat really dry. Well, I did have to, actually, because of hardware installation. But first up was the rear inspection port. That allowed me to get into the area where the gudgeon bracket is on the back, and I beefed it up with some really big fender washers, some PT, and nylock, and that's good. The gudgeon is not going anywhere, trust me. Next up was, where are we? Topside. Yeah, so after the bottom was basically all done, I didn't have to, but I wanted to make the top look a little better. And funnily enough, after sanding it, this the original color came out of the paint stripes, which it turns out is red. It just has been sitting for so long with the original paint oxidizing that it turned blue, or it like got this grayish blue coating over everything. But now with that sanded off, it looks great. Anyway, the first time this boat was in the water was with Lincoln, my roommate, and it did not go well. We just sort of faffed about, and then, I didn't have a main sheet block. I only had the hook, and it's a little awkward with two people. And also we launched behind an island with like no wind. So that was iffy. But we launched again in the same spot a few weeks later because someone let me know about the Gundalo companies in Portsmouth. Shout out to you guys. Regatta. So I took this thing out with one of my college friends, Aaron Boyer. We dressed up in theme for the event, which was revolutionary garb. And then promptly on our first test run, got Aaron's hat snagged in the sheet. And I could not get it undone. So we had to, when we were getting sucked like down out of that cove area, so we had to not abandon ship, but we had to swim it back to shore. And that made us a little iffy about it, but then we actually did good, and it was great. Well, good is a relative term. We made it around the island twice and finished the race, dead last. But it was awesome, and I think that's what matters. So yeah, that's that. Booyah.